How would you prepare for a 10-day overland adventure into the heart of British Columbia? In our upcoming series, join us as we uncover hidden gems and experience some of the most breathtaking sights BC has to offer. We're taking an epic mountain trail, discovering old mining artifacts, wandering through groves of massive cedar trees, and visiting Canada's oldest continuously operating power generation station. Trust me, it's really old. We'll be navigating challenging shelf road switchbacks, and of course be treated to jaw-dropping vistas like you won't find anywhere else. Get ready for an unforgettable journey into the wilds of BC. We missed the first day with our group, so we made a stop at the Giant Cedars Provincial Park. Here, the towering western red cedars are massive and ancient. This area is actually considered a rainforest, ecologically rich and globally rare. These trees have vast root systems and can remain standing for up to 125 years after they die.
They're huge!
Just 3 years ago, heavy snowfall caused a few of them to fall on the boardwalk, which closed it until this section finally reopened this year. On our way to meet up with the group, we were headed towards a ferry. Well, at least until Barb got distracted by a gorgeous gorge with a waterfall and a fire lookout tower and some mountains. Yeah, Barb's easily distracted by this stuff. Oh, ferry's back.
Oh, guys, we're at the Shelter Bay Ferry waiting to get on the ferry. We're not even sure if this costs anything to get on.
I don't know when Barb's going to realize that if she does something silly on camera, thinking it'll be a surprise when I preview the footage, it's definitely going in the video. But she did get me back on this one.
I thought it was going to be like a boat.
Oh no, it's a ferry. But it's a ferry that's piloted. Being from Newfoundland, Barb isn't used to seeing little ferries like this. But where I'm from, they're pretty common. Most are even pulled by underwater cables. Speaking of water, check out that stunning emerald color. This is what you do when you're desperate to wash your hair.
Okay, well, guess I'm in.
Talk about the Wild West. This near ghost town was once home to 5,000 residents and 2 railways. It was also the first fully electrified town in BC, powered by a local hydroelectric plant built in 1897, the only one in Western Canada at the time. Today, all that remains is the original City Hall from 1900, a powerhouse, a museum, a general store, and a hotel. But the town was plagued by disaster. A fire in 1900 leveled the core. An avalanche in 1907 also caused major damage. Then the creek running through the town flooded in 1955, wiping out most of the remaining buildings. Camping among the electrified trolley cars from Vancouver, the old train, and the other historical paraphernalia and equipment scattered around was definitely a unique experience.
Very small house.
Along the trail, we stumbled upon an old concentrator mill site. This area operated aerial tramways to get the galena and carbonite to the concentrator. How old would this be? Because that looks like good concrete. They have electrical in it. Look at the work that would have been in that water pipe. So would that be steam?
Diesel.
Diesel?
Yeah.
Those are some big pistons. The 6,100 foot long tramway was capable of moving 20 tons an hour, while a second tram carried 75 tons per day. The concentrator could process up to 120 tons daily. transforming raw ore into usable material for further processing. Unfortunately, this is the last remaining mill in the area, and while it's seen better days, a large diesel engine still stands, a stark reminder of simpler times when hard work was the story of the day.
Have you ever seen this?
No. What did you say there?
September 1st, 32. That's what they'd mine and crush the rock to get that, and then they'd send it down to Trail, where we're going tonight.
Yeah.
And they would smelt this into zinc and silver.
Some people were pretty smart way back in the day to figure that stuff out.
Like
how would you know that that had silver in it?
well, imagine the guys that tried to eat it first. Right? Because that's usually the first thing they try.
Yeah. It's neat how we're going right upside of the mountain.
What they say, we're on the second switchback, eh?
Yeah, or the third.
It's probably the fourth switchback.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tight.
I need 2 mirrors now.
Oh, he just lost a mirror.
I think that was the one you were warning me about.
This is a well-preserved pylon from the old tramway that once carried materials to the concentrator.
Coils a cable. That's probably the cable for the train.
I just had to move a rock a little bit. Not sure if it was with my dip or my tie rod. Switchbacks, yeah, these last two were a little tighter. Sure.
You just stop through. Okay, this is one to get out
Don't
for.
fall. Don't fall. Yes, don't fall.
Don't fall. I won't fall.
The switchbacks are coming one after another, and we've long lost count of how many there are. The higher we climb, the more breathtaking the view.
Oh, it's a sharp turn.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't recommend doing this trail if you like the paint job. If you want to look like a zebra, come do this trail.
Go zebra trail?
Yeah, probably. It's taking up half the trail. 5 inches?
The drops are even more dramatic. But no worries, the fall wouldn't hurt, just the sudden stop at the bottom. We took a moment to stop when we caught sight of the peak we were aiming for. These treeless chutes are a stark reminder of the immense power of avalanches, clearing everything in their path. Along the way, we found massive tailings piles, hints of the hidden mines tucked into the mountainside. The grandeur of the towering mountains makes us feel like tiny bugs on a windshield, utterly dwarfed by their colossal presence and overwhelming beauty.
Oh, I want to drop down there.
I was not paying much attention. That's close. We need to make sure we're not catching their roof racks.
You might have to go left then, not to catch them. Okay, the roof rack. No, you're gonna clear it. You're good.
These switchbacks climb fast. You can literally see where we were on the trail just a minute ago. Now, I've done my fair share of switchbacks before, but I've never experienced this relentless, continuous ascent on such a narrow mountain path. We've been at this for hours. No rest, no break, and no end in sight. But with every turn, every step, we're inching closer to the peak. The trees are thinning out, or maybe it's just the drop is now so sheer. We can see clear views of peaks in almost every direction. A full 360-degree panorama. It's exhausting, but every moment is one step closer to the summit. This trail is starting to get wet as small brooks cascade down the mountainside, cutting through the path. The sheer volume of water makes me think it must be coming from a melting ancient glacier somewhere high above us. It's like the mountain itself is alive, feeding these streams as we climb higher. We're already at 7,200 feet, according to Gaia, and the anticipation is killing me. What's waiting for us at the summit? What will the view be like? Every step feels like we're on the edge of something epic, and I can feel it. This is going to be incredible. Ever speak too soon? We turned a corner, and the once narrow trail turned into little more than a goat path. We all got out to survey the situation, and in a last-ditch effort, we sent our trusty guide, Ray, ahead to see if he could push through. They did make it further, but the trail eventually became impassable for the rigs we had. I can't help but wish I had my big Jeep now. It won't be the last time I think that in the days to come.
Worry about that, I just have to worry about crashing it into the side of the mountain. And I'm good at that.
Yeah, but
That's usually where my crashes are.
yeah, but it's
So I thought you heard from them and they said they couldn't get any further.
he said it's washed out. Are you guys backing down?
Backing down, yes.
I'm absolutely awful at remembering to do introductions. This is Ray, and you should already know Steve and Nick. He's leading the way in his well-thought-out JK Rubicon, sporting a 4-inch lift and 37-inch Toyo MTs. Some aftermarket flares, AEV-style rims, a winch, and a whole lot of experience. The disappointment of not reaching the summit was heartbreaking, but as it turns out, there's another trail that might take us to the top. We've been on this trail for hours, and with the daylight soon to be fading, we quickly made our way back down to where we could turn around and rushed off to find the other route.
He's coming, drive back up faster. Oops, did I say that on camera?
Well, now I see how she really feels. Note to self, next time I get out of the Jeep, I'm taking the keys, or I might end up on the next missing persons report. We didn't really need that part anyway, right?
Right, a little more right.
No matter how hard we try to speed down the mountainside, it's still slow going. Every turn is treacherous, with obstacles that demand a spotter and serious patience. One misplaced tire could mean disaster, maybe even life-threatening.
And I was too far to the left at first because I was trying to climb that really big rock. And then, yeah, it's just, I got caught in the middle. Head off to the left to get up to the top.
We found the second trail that could take us to the summit, but it's still a few hours climb. Plus, there's plenty more to see on this trail, so we're sticking to our original path. The peak will have to wait for another day.
I felt like I was floating a couple tires there. The road that looks like it might have been a river or something down that avalanche path on the right. Racing, they're all part of the mountain biking trails they've made back here.
Pretty hairy coming down that trying to go fast. Could have been a mine entrance.
I love bugs.
Yeah, you know.
Love them. Bugs are my favorite.
In case you couldn't tell, that was said with more than a hint of sarcasm.
It's just caved in. Oh, we're gonna go right over top of it. Well, he's going in a second. We just gotta find a flashlight.
Yep. Nick just has no fear at all.
Yeah, he's going in.
There's some spelunking.
You can't go very far.
Here today, so it's probably the reason.
It's not good.
It's like a broken record this year with the forest fires. Every trip we've taken, or even planned, has been disrupted by the fires in some way. And of course, this one was no different. We decided to move on to the next campsite, getting ready for tomorrow's adventure. Make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss the next video drop. Here's a little secret. The mountains are stunning, the mine is massive, and the trails only get more interesting. Until then, we'll see you on the next one.